Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the peace dealer, and you are going to manifest magic unbelievable to the old sense of how you would process information, and just another regular normal day to the usual way your spirit has always experienced. It's your brain that processes, but it's your spirit that is aware, experiences, and facilitates this spiritual essence that flows through you. Moon in Pisces, Sun in Aquarius. This is going to be fun. Everything about this Aquarius season is already extraordinary. Just in 2-3 degrees, we've come into a considerable context of new knowledge of ourselves and our environment that we're currently activating. The activation of this cycle is, of course, New Moon Aquarius, Moon in Pisces, Moon in Aries, okay? Activation of power starts cardinally and ends mutably. Activation of magic starts magically and ends with, of course, the fixed. Activation of energy and royalty starts fixed with energy, manifests with magic, and ends with power. So we are sustaining a state where knowing who we are, knowing who we are, knowing who we are, this manifests an experience, and through that experience, we move forward. I just described the activation in Aquarius level. Right now, we are taking the seed sown for everything we know we are and everything that God knows we are, right? Who we know we are and everything God knows we are. This has been unfolding relative to your willingness to be of one mind and focus on this. And now this is accordingly getting ready to fully impress on your subconscious the inner projection of what's getting ready to be expressed in your reality. In 2 weeks from now, when the moon is in Virgo, you will understand literal details that will complete a lot of what was just imagined. Everything that you commit in sowing the seeds of living in between worlds, but rather breaking through between worlds and living in the end state, which you're already here of. This is going to be a lot quicker because we're at the higher level of Aquarius. And so just like Aquarius and Aquarius risings, everything they imagine, they have second house Pisces, they already know. They know what they're manifesting because this is coming from a state of knowledge, not from a state of unsureness or thinking, okay? This adds so much more divine quality to the abstract metaphysical nature of how you not only bring value to the collective, but manifest, okay? This is gonna be the magicians in this bitch, because what you're fundamentally doing is you are holding space, fixed there Aquarius, for everything you are creating actively with your imagination. The integrity of Saturn makes you sure that you're pure in your beliefs because this is going to start happening. If you don't know yourself to be confident, self-assured, and secure in yourself, then this second house Pisces transit, which fluctuates of worth and value, will manifest and reflect every time you doubt yourself, and experiences to show will you doubt yourself more versus just knowing, regardless of what you experience in your environment, I'm limitless. I'm perfect. I know everything that's happening is happening for me, not to me. And it's one thing to say that, it's another thing to live it. Like, do you know it? You're about to experience this. And for those of you who know it, it's going to manifest everything that you not only desire, but are tapped into at a soul level, so that this is going to manifest the imagination template that you'll see coming through and will be real in Virgo and true a week from now in Gemini. It's going to be, this is knowing this could be very fun because you're not going to wait to see evidence of this. You already know. You're actively manifesting it. This is you putting in the order with your imagination of, okay, I know that this is going to happen. And you don't worry about time and how. You create that just with staying in that vibration of knowing, because this facilitates, of course, the magic that's manifesting. For example, I've just been talking with Dylan and Phyllis. All right, Dylan is a Senegalese prostitute and Phyllis is a Vietnamese hooker. Okay, I thought hookers and prostitutes were the same thing. They are letting me know it's different. We're opening up a new company and whatnot. I was getting their advice. This is a very advanced expression of what I know is in my reality and world. Maybe you don't have your third eye open to see the non-material essence of my own projection cast in my inner world, but there's some Sagittarius and Pisces who are like, oh, I've met Phyllis before. Hey, Phyllis is lit, and you know what I'm saying? They both pretty dope. And they're prostitutes and hookers, but we weren't even talking about sex. So, get your mind out the gutter. It's just, this is their proud profession. And I wanted to say it exactly like that because a transit like that brings taboo elements that won't necessarily actually usually have context in your most quote unquote 3D or traditional or conventional aspects until now, in the weirdest of ways. And if you get too caught up on the labels and symbols, you forget that everyone's a soul and there's a deeper context to everything that will layer miraculously if you just allow things to come together, because you have effectively created this vortex and force field that will be attracting things to you based on your willingness to maintain everything maintain the integrity of what you know. So if you know you're a unicorn, don't start switching up when you're around people who you feel you need to be seen as serious around and be like, oh, let me not act like a unicorn anymore. Bitch, that's no integrity. That's going to weaken your resolve and energy, and the universe is not going. Verse if you're tried and they're like, dude, do you really think you're a unicorn? And it's like, bitch, I know I'm a unicorn. That's integrity. Okay, that's a law unto yourself. You're manifesting more. It's not about evidence at this point, but experience. Now, here's the deal. This is giving you a divine understanding of the supernatural in a way that will directly key you into the metaphysical dynamics and unseen mechanics around higher causal realm activity beyond this time and space, representative of the mental aspect of your mental body that will beam in through the mechanics of your imagination and focus everything you imagine real time. This is now the effects of you awakening God power and beginning to integrate this higher level of knowledge of the process. That was a mouthful because it's also so fucking cool what is happening right now. All right, the mutable sign aspect of this activation versus integration in Moon and Gemini is going to literally help you understand all these manifestation techniques and abilities, but really more so the supernatural capability of you, like a magician, to seemingly out of thin air bring anything that you focus on into reality. But it doesn't come out of thin air as much as it already exists. So you're just aligning with the vibration, Pisces, and frequency, Aquarius, that enables you to experience this as you living at the end. Okay. The way you do this is unique to you, and this is what's going to facilitate this magic beanstalk-like growing. You have to be fish-tarded and have fun with this. All right. Maybe you don't see my associates here, but I don't need you to see it. I know it's real for me. So I'm holding space. I'm not expecting or waiting to one day meet these people. I'm already moved on. That's how you have to treat what you want in your life. You're not waiting for it to happen. You're already moving on. You don't care what you see in the 3D because you know that person is yours. You know that opportunity is yours. You know that this world is yours and everything in it. And you have the opportunity to come into such a divine understanding of this extraordinary knowledge in ways that's getting ready to uplift and unlock so much more extraordinary and innovative, unconventional dynamics towards how you forever ascend out of the mundane and recognize the supernatural that was laden in the mundane this entire time. Okay, so I want you to really not pretend, but just know every single dream, fantasy, ultimate ideal that you may have unconsciously suppressed or acknowledged, you are holding space for right now. So just spend time feeling that. Don't hold back anymore. I'm not gonna ask you like, what's your dream reality? You're living it. This is for you to just know it, because the moon in Pisces is gonna be like, see that synchronicity, see that synchronicity, see that synchronicity. It's literally an update on the order that you've been making with these seeds, and you just have to tune into them with Neptune. That's it. Don't get caught up on trying to figure out how to maneuver this. That's gonna be 2 weeks from now, where now details will surface relative to every unseen dynamic you're holding space for. Now you'll see it face through. And it's through next week with the moon in Gemini, by you understanding the truth of everything you've imagined now, so you can work with what's true to make it real. And so in that aim, take advantage of this astral realm energy where anything is possible, and just feel it. You must understand the vibration and tune into it, and now know that that's what it is. So as the moon squares Mars, you will overcome logic traps with Mars and Gemini being like, I know you imagine this, but is that really true right now? Be fish-tarded and be like, yes, you're now acting around giving the vibrational expression of you already experiencing it. Not so that you can trick anything. You're not going to wait for it. You're just building that neural pathway. This is going to separate those who use these techniques to force an outcome versus those who live this. Does that make sense? You're not necessarily doing this technique because you want that. You already have that. That's why you're doing the technique. It's not a technique. It's just aligning you more with what already is. And once you're fully in tune, time doesn't matter. And that's what this moon in Pisces transit is going to remind you. Time doesn't matter. And in the astral realm, it doesn't really exist. So this understanding of the supernatural will kind of give you very mind-altering, metaphysical, supernatural experiences to reconfigure your brain processing with the sextile to Mercury and Capricorn of how to use this in a higher capability. Because you're going to be noticing stuff, and you're going to be knowing what you're noticing, and it's going to be very divine. The conjunction to Neptune will transcend this understanding into innovating the way you manifest simply by just knowing the state you have to be in to receive it. And a lot of people think manifestation is just thinking it and letting it come to you. When you know you have it and you're in the state, action is now inspired instead of forced. That's why you don't have to know what to do. You don't have to do anything. The actions will be done through you. You have to literally let go of your ego, because you hallucinate your conscious reality, my G. So you feeling like you can have these steps or game to do that, it don't work like that. You got to be inspired. That's why you try and force it, and then it doesn't work out for you, because it didn't come from an authentic place. May God's will be done on earth as in heaven. That's as simple as letting go of your fucking ego, being in the state of what it is you're wanting to focus on, and letting that action happen through you. You won't have to know what to do. It'll just happen. You'll do it. And in most cases, you won't have to do anything because it's already done. All right? It's all already yours. This is what this transit is meant to remind you. Things happen for you, not to you. Okay? That being said, I really hope you enjoy this. Spend time just feeling everything that you dream. Okay, this reality around you is not real. It's just the simulated projection of what's in your inner world. The only thing that's real is the end result of what you're imagining. Live there, because this transit will help you understand the supernatural dynamics around how you can institute more of that living from this inner state into this world. And this is going to manifest miracles. This is going to manifest supernatural understanding of how to integrate this now when the moon is in Cancer, and you understand how you can feel about everything you're imagining. So tune in, spend more time in your imagination than this 3D, and be guided around what signs you see. What affirmation are you taking with this? Okay, for me, it's I know I'm a unicorn. I know. And I'm just gonna guide down in that journey and see what that brings me. You can add whatever it is you want to it. I know I am endless forever. This is the Peace Dealer. I hope this magic moon message inspires you, because this is where it gets super fun. As soon as that moon goes into Aries, this imagination is gonna let you know everything that's possible for you to manifest, because you're already seeing synchronicities that you created, and that's gonna let you know, moon in Aries, boom, we're gonna move in this direction. I'm this, I know I'm this, I know I'm this. Understanding the imagination you have manifested to head in that direction. Okay, so it's like, I know I'm a unicorn and I fart fairy glitter, and I'm already imagining this world, and now I know the direction I need to go to frolic to be that unicorn. Godspeed, ladies and gentlemen.